Hey everyone, Happy New Year. It's Amy from Less Doing, and I was thinking a lot about content in the new year and the process of organizing it and disseminating it and how overwhelming it can be, but it doesn't have to be. So we have this really kind of pretty straightforward process that we use for all of our content, and I was hoping that I could show it to you today. So there are two big questions that I asked myself when I decided to finally get every piece of content from every social media source, from every audio, video, whatever we had. I wanted to house it one place so that we knew exactly what we had and what it looked like. So I built a library on Trello for all that content. So what I needed to ask myself was, what do I have? And then where do I want it to go? What purpose does this particular piece of content serve? So I'm going to share with you my screen and show you our content library. These are the nine accelerators. These are the 9 fundamental things that we teach and coach anyone in our community. Excuse me. And every piece of content that we have produced over the past 2 years falls very, very nicely under one of these 9 silos. So it was pretty straightforward to go in and pull every Medium blog, any podcast, any social media, any Lumen 5 video, any graphic material that I developed over the years to put in these particular silos. So that would be my first step to organizing the content. So as you can see, there's a general introduction, general information about what we do in this first silo. And there are a ton of Medium articles. And then all of these are our marketing videos that I pulled from when we did a lot of work in Instagram. So all of those are still here. And podcasts that Ari does about a particular topic when it comes to replaceability come in here too. So everything is organized very nicely in this super handy dandy Trello board. So that's the first step, to get everything in one place. Then the next thing is to decide, where do you want everything to go? And the interesting part for us was that we did a lot of experimentation in different social media platforms last year. And all of the data that we collected pointed us to 2 pretty simple things. Our message is best received on Facebook and on LinkedIn. So we have no presence on Instagram. We have no presence on Twitter. We have no presence on Reddit. We have no presence on Pinterest. Isolating our message to those 2 things has worked out really well for us. And people usually say to me, well, like, everyone's on Instagram, which is exactly the reason why we don't want to be on Instagram. We don't want to be where everybody is. We want to be where we're talking to people who respond in a way that supports them and obviously supports us. So everything goes to Facebook and LinkedIn. So after that, after I collected all that stuff and put it in one place, Ari unearthed, which was really great, our content calendar, which I will show you now. Can I show it to you now? Can I? Yes, I can. Let me move this crazy thing out of the way. Okay, so here's our calendar. for 2020. And it's based on the day. And then there's a key or a legend, like they used to call it when maps were a thing, down here at the bottom. So what I'm starting to do right now, and it'll take me about 10 minutes once I get off with you guys, is I go through each month and I drop in what we're going to talk about based on our 9 accelerators. And yes, there are 12 months and 9 accelerators. So you'll notice that I have 10 general things that we talk about, which leaves me, gasp, in November to start with 2 open months. Now, if you think about it logically, the people that we're not talking to everyone all the time from January to December. New people come in all the time, and to start again in November with a general overview and start the machine up again makes perfect sense to me, because you're still you're talking to different people. So it's not like, oh no, I need to have 12 things because everyone's going to follow me. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that for us. So the fact that in November we'll start again means that in 2021, January will start with what I'm doing now in March. So responsibility will be January 2021. So it'll just roll through. So down here at the bottom, you see these are all of our assets: Medium blogs, a Tech Talk Tuesday, podcasts, videos, a newsletter, and then our Replaceable Founder Facebook group. So I'm not gonna, there's nothing worse than somebody reading you what they have, because obviously you can read. But this is my schedule for all of those things. They each have a number, a new alphabet letter attached to them. I go back up here and I drop that letter into the corresponding day. And then I'll roll all the way through it and wrap it around until we get to February, and then I'll roll all the way through it again for February. And I make myself sticky notes here in the corner to remind myself that we have a Replaceable Founder Intensive 3 times a year, and then I need to begin the promotion based on the intensives we've done in the past. Promotion should begin a month before the actual event. So I need to remind myself in this calendar that promotion, whether that's CTAs on posts, or whether that's special podcasts, or whether that's videos that were produced, for the specific purpose of promoting those intensives, those need to roll out as well. So we have 3 of those events in 2020. There's one on February 24th, one on May 4th, and one on September 21st. So everyone on the team and me constructing this just needs to be mindful that while we have general things that go out, we also promote things, right? And those promotions have to follow a certain schedule and have to begin at a certain time in order for us to get to where we always get to with these intensives, is having them sell out 5 days before the event. So that compressed promotion has really served us very well in that respect. So aside from that, that's as easy as I can explain it, I think, hopefully. But what I would like you all to do is just kind of think about your business and what are the kinds of content, not the kinds of content, but what are the things, what are the foundational principles of your business that you want to get out into the larger world, and how many of those things do you have, right? Is your business a seasonal business where the spring it looks like this, the summer it looks like this, the fall it looks like this, the winter it looks like this? Then that's a really nice divisible kind of content calendar, because you have 3 months a season throughout the year to get whatever that message is across. So whatever you want to discuss with the people in your community, or the people who are not in your community, that's where you really need to start and make sure that everything is organized according to that, so that there's flow and there's a sort of a concentrated level of intensity about what you are talking about. And because then the conversations that you have with people in your community and people that you're trying to get into your community become much more robust, because you're not bouncing around like you're in a pinball machine talking about the 500 things you have to talk to them about over the next 5 days, which makes people confused and resistant to engaging in deeper conversation. So this has a nice velocity that I enjoy, and makes my job a lot easier. And also, since we are isolating all of our content marketing onto 2 platforms, I now no longer need to pay for services or platforms that post all these things on our behalf, because I already have my I already have my library, and I already have my calendar. So if there are tiny little tweaks that need to be made, I'm perfectly capable of doing that as I post. If there's a CTA that needs to go out that didn't go out the last time it was posted, it's much easier for me to manage it, because I know what my constraints are, and I know I'm only talking about in January, general introduction to the replaceable founder methodology. In February, I'm only talking about the 3 decisions: do, delete, defer. So I can, within those constraints, I'm able to make some changes if necessary without being beholden to an outside service, and also don't have to pay them, which is excellent. So that is our calendar. That is how we build it. Now I'm going to go through and mark it up, and then I will send it to Penji, who does our graphic design, to have them just color code this a little bit better for me. And then I will have them resize it into poster format, so I can send a poster to everyone on the team, so that everyone has the content calendar in their workspace, so they know exactly what's coming out when and what it's going to look like. So I hope that's helpful. I can certainly make the blank version of this available to anyone who needs it. If you want to work off of this template, I can certainly put that in Gumroad as a PDF, and you can mark it up any way you like. So I hope this is helpful. It's really helpful for me. It gives me a lot of clarity as to just about everything when it comes to content. It also makes me completely replaceable, because all of the things are in a library and all of the things are scheduled to go out. So if I feel like, gosh, I don't know, going to Sri Lanka surfing, someone on our team would be able to make sure that all of this was implemented exactly the way it's supposed to, according to the process that we developed. So if you have any questions, obviously, just give a holler. I'm more than happy to answer them, and enjoy the rest of this wonderful New Year's Day. I think my oldest son is home from college, and I think we're going to go watch some football. So happy New Year, everyone.